Marc Guehi is the missed transfer that could haunt Liverpool. The early theme of Liverpool's season may be the slow start of their new arrivals, but over time, the failure to add one more player to the squad may prove to be the most costly. Missing out on Marc Guehi, the centre-half who was on the verge of a deadline day move before Crystal Palace pulled the plug, was a bitter moment in a summer that otherwise offered so much hope. Could Liverpool have done more to secure Guehi? The feeling at Anfield at the time was that the 25-year-old England international represented more a good market opportunity than a top priority, particularly given they had signed Giovanni Leone, the young Italian centre-half, from Parma. It meant conversations with Palace over a move did not begin in earnest until after the Community Shield on August 10. With no rival in the race to sign him and Liverpool unwilling to pay what they considered to be over the odds for a player out of contract in a year, the feeling at Anfield was that they had played a cute strategic game. Delaying a move until the end of the window gave them the chance to secure him at the best possible price, £35 million plus a 10% sell-on clause. But doing so meant Palace had no time to secure a quality replacement, which their manager Oliver Glasner had said was a key condition of any sale. So while Guehi was permitted to undergo a medical with Liverpool, and a deal sheet had been submitted to the Premier League, ultimately the move collapsed because Palace chairman Steve Parish simply ran out of time in his search for a successor. Liverpool's gamble backfired. If they had met Palace's £45 million valuation at the start of the transfer window, Guehi would have moved to Anfield immediately, given his enthusiasm to join. In the context of a record £449 million transfer spend in a single window, it seems odd to quibble over a mere £10 million. But FSG make a point of paying what they consider market value for players. It was not an option to be forced into paying over what they believed was a fair price for a player who had no intention of staying longer than one more season at Selhurst Park. Perhaps there might have been more room to maneuver had FSG's CEO of football, Michael Edwards, and Liverpool's sporting director Richard Hughes not been spinning so many other plates during a frantic summer. Not only did Liverpool announce two record-breaking deals in Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz alongside 5 other signings, they also moved on 10 players who featured in the first-team squad last year, including 7 on permanent deals. Extracting the most amount of money from those transfers was just as important as any incoming business given FSG's self-sustaining business model. Yet, with the benefit of hindsight, it feels like a strategic error not to have signed Guehi. Not only are Liverpool losing games and conceding goals at an alarming rate, they're also short on cover in defense with Leone now ruled out for the season with a knee injury and Virgil van Dijk in need of a breather. The ongoing standoff with Ibrahima Konate and his contract that expires at the end of the season is another issue to contend with. If Liverpool aren't able to extend the Frenchman's deal, they will lose one of the most valuable centre-halves in the world for nothing next summer. Had they signed Guehi, the pressure to source a ready-to-go centre-half would not be as strong, yet now they face increased competition for the defender, who has informed Palace he will not be extending his stay in South London beyond this season and will be free to talk to foreign clubs in January. Bayern Munich are interested in Guehi, having previously signed Michael Ollis from Palace in 2024. They had considered a move in the summer, but that was contingent upon selling Kim Min-jae, which did not happen. The prospect of securing Guehi without a transfer fee is likely to make him even more appealing, but would still need to be balanced financially, although there are doubts over whether Dayot Upamecano, who is also out of contract at the end of the season, will sign a new deal. It was hard to disagree with Glasner's assertion to reporters yesterday that Guehi can play for anyone in the world, such as his quality and the fact that Bayern and other European giants such as Real Madrid and Barcelona, who have also been linked to Guehi, can, in theory, begin talks in just 2 months could give them a head start over Liverpool, who must wait until the end of the season to formally open discussions. Unless their form picks up quickly, considerable damage may have already been done. Even if Liverpool do ultimately sign Guehi on a free transfer next summer, they may rue not having had him earlier. A run of 5 defeats in 6 games, and 4 straight Premier League losses, has punctured early season optimism at Anfield, and while having Guehi would not have guaranteed better results, it would have given Slot another high-quality option given both Konate and Van Dijk have struggled at times. Liverpool tend to try and block out the outside noise when it comes to transfers, and would doubtless point to the fact that missing out on targets in the past has not exactly proved catastrophic. They wanted to sign Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad in 2024, but his decision to stay in Spain an extra year allowed Ryan Gravenberch to thrive as a number 6. Similarly, Mason Mount's decision to join Manchester United in 2023 also forced Liverpool to focus more on Dominic Szoboszlai. Over time, that, too, has worked in their favour. Federico Chiesa backs Liverpool to deal with any long-ball threat in Palace test. Federico Chiesa has claimed that Liverpool's troubles are not long-term and Arne Slot's side will have answers for any long-ball tactics that Crystal Palace employ in the Carabao Cup. Liverpool have lost twice against Palace this season, with the reverse at Selhurst Park last month marking the start of a damaging sequence of 5 defeats in 6 games. The teams meet again at Anfield on Wednesday when Slot faces a dilemma over the extent of his rotation, given injuries and recent results. Kenny Dalglish review: Liverpool's everyman football hero who took the city's woes on his shoulders. Read more. The head coach conceded after the latest defeat at Brentford on Saturday that Liverpool haven't found an answer yet to the style of play they are encountering regularly. That includes low blocks, set pieces and long balls, but Chiesa insists the Premier League champions will be equipped to handle that approach in the fourth-round tie. We have players that are world-class and that can be put in any situation and will perform, so I don't see any problem, the Liverpool forward said. If Crystal Palace wants to play long ball and long throw-ins, they are more than welcome to do so, because we're going to answer them with high intensity and winning duels, and trying to win. I don't know if you say this in English, but, in Italy, we say, winning brings winning. So we want to win tomorrow. That's it. Liverpool were top with a 100% record when they visited Oliver Glasner's team on September 27, but since then they have not collected a Premier League point. Chiesa admitted that the task of assimilating several new players is not the only issue with the side. It's many reasons and there's not just one thing, he said. We're not winning. At the beginning of the season we were winning and no one was questioning this and that. Unfortunately it's not a good time, but I always think positive and I hope we're going to bounce back. We have the quality and the players to do so and we have a fantastic manager, so I don't see any trouble. I hope there's not going to be any trouble in the future. The Italy international revealed the Liverpool dressing room was silent after the 3-2 defeat at Brentford that has left them trailing the leaders, Arsenal, by 7 points. No one was speaking, he said. Because afterwards everyone knows. Sometimes you don't have to speak about the situation. You know what's going on. We have to think about what we can do better, and usually when we are in this situation the first thing that comes to your mind is to give more, train harder. I think it was good that after the game we didn't talk because it's a sign that everyone wants to change. The third-choice goalkeeper Freddie Woodman could make his Liverpool debut against Palace with the youngsters Trey Nyoni and Rio Ngumaha, who started the third-round win against Southampton, in contention.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment and subscribe.